Hello and welcome to this session of Mass Communication from NIOS. This is for grade 12 and we are doing 335. So that's the code. Today we are going to do chapter number 17, a very, very interesting chapter. And this is about all the world that we know, advertisement. You see, as we start learning about these chapters, and hopefully there are 4 chapters in this one module called advertising and public relationship, I will be able to quickly summarize chapter number 17 and 18 for you in this particular section. What is advertisement? When you make a public announcement to convince the consumer to buy a product or a service, it's an advertisement. You can walk through and you will see jingle, you will see billboards, you will see leaflets, you'll see newspaper ads, social media. This is all that we're talking about as advertisement. Do you know advertisement was as old as the Romans and the Greeks? In fact, Harappa and Mesopotamia had advertisement. And there was actually a wall newspaper by the name of Acta Diurna, which is very interesting, isn't it? Acta Diurna is actually a question that you will see in your in-text question, a wall newspaper in Rome in 131 BC. So the world of advertisement is not new. Egyptians made sales messages on papyrus, the paper that was invented in Egypt or China, as we know. We also talk about wall painting from Africa and traditional wall painting from Indian rock art as old as 4000 BC. So this is an entire advertisement world that we are talking about. What are the main means of today that you advertise on? Well, 4 things to remember. Think of a handbill. A handbill is just a simple paper which has a lot of details of it. Usually they are not even colored, they are black and white or single colored, and usually you insert them in newspaper and you might get it. So that's an handbill. A little advanced version of it is a poster where it has some pictures, some graphics, something that is nice. You make posters. Today you make posters on Canva. When you collect a series of papers and make it into a small booklet, it's called a leaflet or a marketing brochure. So these are the three mediums of advertisement. An ad, you all know, I think you should not even be worried about it, is a version of what we call the small word for advertisement. Now, quickly, in the in-text question, there is a question that you say that how was the advertisement in the olden time? If you remember these 5 points based on this multiple choice or you match the following, you will yourself get an answer. Example, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro would be the signs used to sell arts and craft. Emperor Ashoka, this is where Ashoka pillar, very, very popular. So he used stones and pillars for making public announcement. Greek and Roman, well, we know that is Greek and Roman. Where would we go all the way to Greek and Roman? So for me, I will go to, they use drummers to make announcement, Greek and Roman. And then we have Egypt. Egypt can be, well, this is where we said sales on papyrus. Remember, papyrus was a very simple concept and it starts with Egypt. And finally, Rome, where this was the annual wall newspaper Acta Diurna. So once you know these 5 concepts, from this match the following, you know your concepts of ad very, very well. Fine. What do we talk about it? So earlier, in the first ad in India came in Calcutta Gazette. And in Calcutta Gazette, it was, of course, the Britishers had it. So there was a Britisher by the name of James Augustus Hitchry. And remember August, think of it, okay, it started August as a remembering word. So James Augustus, and that is where the name comes in. 1780 was the time when he started the first Bengal Gazette advertisement or Calcutta Journal advertisement. As and when, what was the advertising? Perhaps, when will a ship come, ship go, some sales of furniture, birth and death primarily. But then suddenly in 1830, around 3 dozen newspapers came. The Indian movement of Khadi and Charkha became very popular. And because of the Swadeshi movement, the ad started booming in India. Generally, if you look at the ad history, and if you just summarize it, not necessarily you have to remember it as such, it starts with 1780. Remember James Hickory, and he started it. Then the newspapers became in circulation. Swadeshi movement, remember during the World War I, 1920, it started the first foreign agency, Oligo and Mather would come to India. And and then Advertising Society is formed after independence in 1951. So this is it. The first of the agencies that we talk about, the ads, the kind of ads that we have. This is a small answer we would like to give you. So remember what I said. Oligi and Mehta will come much later, but Indian Advertising Agency in 1951 was the first ad agency in India that was formed. What contributed? The Swadeshi movement contributed to the rise of advertisement in India, and the powerful tool to fight back in terms of advertisement. Well, you know now what's a powerful tool? Yes, it was the Khadi movement or the Khadi part. And what is TRP? Today we talk about the world. You want to know how many readers are looking into. So what's a TRP? Well, a TRP is nothing but television rating points. I mean, this is a obvious knowledge the way it is. What many ads are there? One of the most common ads we talk about is print ad. A print ad essentially is quickly just going back to my screen. So a print ad, so now you know that we are talking about what's a print ad? Any ad in the form of newspapers, bills, wall posters, banners, calendars. So these are all that is in print. They are also called classified and display ad. Classified has a little dry in number. It has basic facts that you have got. So this is the two ads we're talking about, classified and display. And display ad, as you said, it displays. It might be, taking more space. It is glossary. It is usually having campaign around it. Now, there's another word we'll learn about campaign, but quickly going to electronic, the use of internet, cell phones gave rise to social media ads, and these are the new media ads we're talking about, and these are electronic ad we say about. So many of them. Once we start talking about all of these together, they are the means of, converting an audience or the poll in the people's mind. So these are the different type of advertisement: print, electronic, and digital media. You can even write social media, Facebook, what do you say, Twitter, so many, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, YouTube, all of these, Snapchat in your terms. These are the ads we talk. So what is classified advertisement? 1907, and new platform for advertisement, a small conversations around it that we already spoke about. Remember, 1907, why is it important? Is because it was the installation of the first line type printing machine in, it's called Statesman in Kolkata, one of the oldest newspapers of India, right? And the new platform are cell phones, internet. You can talk a lot about it. One of the quick terms that you must know is a tagline. What's a tagline? Witty, smart, popular tagline. You can say, ye piyo to jano or Bisleri, so pyaz bujhaye. Whatever that is a tagline is something that is memorable, is a tagline. A brand, a product or a service that you can recognize. Today, McDonald's and KFC's and Pepsi's and Bajaj and Yamaha's and Harley Davidson and Sunsilk shampoos, Pond, chocolate, Lifebuoy, Hawkins, Pology, everything is a brand. When you create a series of ad, this is called a campaign. And of course, an ad has to have a target audience. You just can't be talking about an ad and you don't know who you're talking about. So, ladies' garment has to be for females. The young audience may be sports people. So Nike knows it is for sports people. Teenagers has a different audience, the Gap t-shirts or the cool caps. Men have more like, Alan Solly, if it's about, good clothing. So target audience is another very, very important area in advertisement. The last term is two type of advertisement they're talking about. Product advertisement, so where the product becomes very important. So all of these are product. Whatever we talk about is a product. So everything you talk about, your pencil, paper, your books, your car, your jeans, your shoes, your glasses, I wear Lenskart. It's a product advertisement. The jam, the biscuits, and then there's service advertisement. Service is not tangible. You can't touch and feel. So there is a rat in your house, you call the pest control. It's a service. You want to go to, do financial institution, insurance, bank, service again, schools, hospitals, service again. So all these are service ads. So you remember the product and service. For example, Indian Railway, it's a service they're giving you. So must remember product and service, very important. And then there's public advertising. What is public advertising? So it is a mass advertisement where these ads are not selling products or service, but ideas. For example, we talk about family planning, national integration. Remember, there was a time of Doordarshan. Remember, you may not even know, there was an ad where a lot of chidiyas would come. Ek chidiya, anek chidiya. It talked about all faith, all religion coming together. or pulse polio. Polio eradication, do boon zindagi ke, 2 drops for life. Pollution control. In our time, the COVID vaccination. All these are examples of public campaign advertisement. And the last one that you have to learn today is institutional advertisement. It's not public or private or, in terms of service or product. It is about the institution's idea. For example, the Tatas, they want to talk about all the good work the Tatas are doing. Tata Steel said, Ispat bhi hum banate hain. We also make steel, but we actually do Tata's social studies, Tata's social science, Tata's charitable hospital, the Tata Cancer Trust. So many work Tata does. Or Reliance, as a company, they want to create an image of themselves that people can identify or relate with. So this is a everything institution. So it's called institutionalized advertisement, right? Very quickly now, let us look at some of the in-text question and see if you can quickly solve it for me. So what are these ads for? Car is the product. Life insurance, it is. Car is product. Life insurance is, of course, it is service. So I'll only color the product one out here. Postal service, it says service only. Hospital service. Pollution service. Correct. Shampoo, product. Family planning service. Airline, what is airline? Very interesting. Airline, you don't buy anything, right? It is again service. Soft drink, it is product. So there you are. You can run through some of the popular ones, Incredible India itself is a very good campaign. You can look into it. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Sab Pade, Sab Bade, or Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao campaign. So many of these are popular. This is an advertisement that we're talking about. All the best, and hopefully you can do much better as you keep learning. All the good luck.